Hello, welcome to Akulmach, and in the historical reflection, I'll be taking a profile of a great Rishi, Yajnavalkya, and in this Rishi's Yajnavalkya comes in the series of great Rishis of India. So, to begin with, if you don't know about Yajnavalkya, he is to be recorded as one of the greatest recorded history is being written regarding Yajnavalkya, and he is being considered as the first philosopher about whom it is the written documents which are available. So going forward, let me talk to you what kind of work he has done and how he has become immortal through his work. So okay, so when it is okay, so when we are talking about Yajnavalkya, so Yajnavalkya actually he is a Vedic Rishi, and he is been mentioned in many books, Vedic books like Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and his existence is to be understood that he was around 700 BC, and he was more inclined to do debates and discussion about many aspects of birth and rebirth. And Yajnavalkya all the time proposed discussion and debates on metaphysical aspect of the nature, and he always questioned that. So he established the doctrine of niti, that means not this, not that, and it is a aspect of self discovery. So he has done, there are many instances which is being indicated by Yajnavalkya, and how he has very profoundly established, and through his discussion, the universal truth of self, and then Brahmans means soul and almighty. So this is how he has indicated. And now going forward, let me also discuss about his text which he has attributed. A part of this, a little bit about metaphysical, and I'm sure that you may be knowing about metaphysical, but I'll just reiterating that how the metaphysical being handled by Yajnavalkya. The metaphysical branch of philosophy and studies fundamental of nature and reality. It includes first principle, existence, identity, change, space, time, cause and effect. And now coming back to the text he is being attributed, that includes Yajnavalkya Smriti Yoga Yajnavalkya, some text of Vedanta where he has contributed. He also mentioned, he and his work is also mentioned in and a lot of Brahmanas text also. Then Shukla Yajur Veda have a profound mention of Yajnavalkya. A part of this Dharma Shastra and Yajnavalkya Smriti, Vridha Yajnavalkya, and many more. And this is, as I told you, that he is considered as the first philosopher whose written documents are being available. And you know that we always say Aditya, the Aditya word itself coined by him. So going forward, let's also talk about his philosophy on karma and rebirth. And the figure of Yajnavalkya, considered as I told you, he is the first philosopher. And when we are talking about term Advaita, that is non-duality of Atma and Brahman means spiritual and soul when they are existing together. So he has also put forward the more principle of taking sannyasis tradition. So that is something which he has mentioned in his text, in his creations. Now on karma and rebirth, it is said that one of the earlier exposition of karma and rebirth theories that comes into the discussion of Yajnavalkya is very profound, because as I told you that he always used to believe in putting putting his ideas, his thought process into debate. And there are instances, I'll just tell you one story, when he was actually very much associated with Raja Janak, and time and again he used to call all these sannyasis and philosophers and dignified people in his palace for discussion and debate. So one time Janak organized a debate contest, and he said that whoever wins this debate will be given this a certain amount of money and maybe 100 cows for his ashram. So what happened when Yajnavalkya just landed in the palace, he asked his disciples to take all the cows which are being kept for the prizes, because he was so confident of winning the debate. So that itself shows that he was a very good debater. So that is a story which is associated. And here I will be also telling you that about the karma and rebirth. He actually said that soul, self and free, liberated in the state of existence. Self is imperishable and nobody can perish. This self means soul, and the soul itself is not attached to anybody. It does not attach. It does not suffer also, and he does not fail. He is beyond good and evil. Neither what he has done nor what he has omitted to do affects him. So therefore, who knows it, the self realization is very stressful when we are talking about the creation, the text and the guidance of Yajnavalkya. Evil does not overcome him. That is soul. Evil cannot harm the soul. And it also said it does not he burns all the evil, free from spots, free from doubts, and free and he becomes together with the Almighty, because soul is considered as the part of Almighty. Everybody in this world exists with a soul, and soul is a part of Almighty, and this will help to attain the freedom which he is talking about. So Yajnavalkya, you may not have heard this name, many people may not heard, but his contribution in making people understand the in-depth knowledge of Atma and Paramatma, and in-depth knowledge of how we can overcome the evils, what is attachment, what is detachment from the world. So all this is being given by Yajnavalkya in his text. Now I will just read out because he is considered as somebody who was very much liked by Raja Janak, and I'll just read out one text, one communication between Yajnavalkya and Raja Janak. Once upon a time, while debating, Raja Janak wanted to ask what is the light of man. And then Yajnavalkya replied that, O king, light is when the sun is above us, and under the sun, having sun alone is a light, because under the sun man sits, move, and he works and he then returns from this work. Then king asked when the sun set, what is the light form of man? Then he replied, moon indeed is the light, for having moon alone for his light, man sits, move, and does his work and return. Then king again asked Yajnavalkya, when moon is set, sun is set, what is the light of man? He replies, the fire indeed the light of man, for having fire alone for his light, man sits, move, and does his work and return. Then again king asks, when the sun is set, moon is set, the fire is gone out, then what is the light of of men. And on this Yajnavalkya said that then everything is there, not there, fire is not there, moon is not there, sun is not there. Then the sound is the light of men, because through sound you can touch the things even in darkness, and you can hold the from one hand to other hand on the sound, you reach out that sound. So that is the light for men. Then king again Janak said that if sun is set, moon is set, fire is gone, and sound is not is not there, then what is the light of man? Then ultimately Yajnavalkya replied, the self indeed is the light of men. Self is soul. Your own soul is the light to lead you to the difficult path of life. The soul can lead you. You have to listen to your instinct, your soul, what it trying to tell you. So the soul, the self is the light of man. From and through that light, man sits, move, and does his work, and then return. So this is how Yajnavalkya has answered, and ultimately has put all onus on the soul. Soul is the important aspect of human life or living beings, because it is said that all soul exists everywhere in every human and every living being on earth. So that is how he has indicated that soul is the ultimate source of power. Now coming back to the self, he also gives teaching about his soul and on the dreams also. He said that he described soul by series of negotiation. As I told you that he was very much inclined debating on the issue rather than writing. He is okay with if you give a lot of options and opinion, he is okay with that. He is considered as a very good debater when it comes to Vedanta, Siddhanta, and when it comes to soul and Paramatma's connection. So he said that soul is not destructible. The soul is not attached. It cannot be disturbed by anything good or bad. So that is something which is very crucial when we want to know about soul. He also says that the one who knows this truth remain controlled, at peace, patient, full of faith, and everybody comes to this, to his self. That is, to his self. Self is soul. He becomes self of everyone. So that means it is already said in Hinduism especially that you have to look inside, because every answer of every question you have inside, rather than we and most of the people look outside for the answer. But Hinduism always says that the answers are within, and that is what Yajnavalkya is also giving that kind of guidance to every human being. And Hinduism has already put forward, as you know, Hinduism is quite a scientific thought theories, and you must read about Yajnavalkya and how he has described the connection of soul and the Almighty. So going forward, he also actually said about the dreams, and now many philosophers, many researchers have already found out that dreams are essential part of human, even the animals also dreams. You must have noticed if you are keeping animals in your house. So dreams is essential part of human life, because some people say that sometimes dreams forecast the future. Sometimes it depicts that what creativity you have done. It is like a film going on in the dream. At the same time, they also act as a warning. So on dreams also Yajnavalkya has connection with the soul, and the soul is actually dictating the creative aspect of your life. So going forward, Yajnavalkya believed that dream are active projection of self. To him, this is evident that the dream shares the creative nature of reality in itself. And he actually sometimes he has done a debate on dreams also, and he said inner self or soul, he said one should indeed see, hear, understand and meditate over soul. That is very important, because the one who sees, heard and reflect and understands self by himself alone, he knows whole world. He comes to know whole answer, all the answer which especially in spirituality someone is seeking. So this is a very interesting aspect of Yajnavalkya, and I advise everybody to just go through his text, what he want to mention and how he is depicted soul connection with Almighty. So now later on what happened, Yajnavalkya in later in his life he has adopted sannyasi, and he left all the comfort of house and start wandering. And he had a quite intelligent wife by the name of Maitri. In fact, I just want to tell you that he had two wives. One was Maitri and other was I think I'm not able to recall the name, but there are two wives. Maitri was somebody who used to participate with Yajnavalkya in his discussion, and he was also profoundly very intelligent person. And when he took this sannyasi, when he became sannyasi, then Yajnavalkya's wife also actually accompanied him. Yajnavalkya actually asked two of his wife to divide the property and whatever he was having, so that both the wives can live together, in the meantime Yajnavalkya can actually go on pilgrimage as sannyasi. But wife Maitri has told him that you are a teacher where you are teaching detachment from the comfort, worldly comfort, and you are asking me to indulge in worldly comfort. So that is not correct. So I will leave all the property to your second wife, and I will accompany you. And this is how the story of Maitri is been described in many of the texts. Maitri and Yajnavalkya was at par when it comes to education, when it comes to discussion, and when it comes to knowledge and wisdom about Vedas and Upanishads. So this is something which I want to share with you regarding Yajnavalkya. And in case if you have any questions, I would like to ask the name of the first wife of Yajnavalkya. If you have the any name, please do suggest, and I will announce it in my next program. We have Suman, and she's saying good afternoon. So 1 minute, let me reflect her name.